Welcome to the final video in this series. We've already recontextualized burnout and explored an experiential shift from control to freedom. This video focuses on several practical considerations for living this recognition. Number one, prioritize presence. Our lives are often scheduled to fill empty space because we mistake distraction for rest. Scrolling on your phones or watching TV isn't rest. It's just a different kind of doing. True rest is about space that is intentionally created for simply being without expectation, rather than just finding new things to do to fill the time. In other words, rest is not something to do, but rather something that happens naturally when the effort to do it stops. Number two, intuition is your guide. In moments when stress, anxiety, and tensions are high, it's not always practical to expect the clarity of presence to be able to inquire into the nature of being like we did in the previous video. But by paying attention to the intuitive sense of burnout as it arises, we can take time to completely change the scenery. By doing something like physical activity, attention is given the chance to shift focus from the narrative of stress. In other words, for as long as attention is focused on creating the narrative of stress, the intensity of that narrative grows. The moment that attention is directed elsewhere, to a walk with the feeling that we have in our feet on the ground or the scenery around us, that energy is actively put into something else. Number three, inquire directly. When the intensity naturally diminishes, it again becomes practical to revisit the kind of inquiry we explored in the previous video. As attention turns toward exploring the nature of simply being or being aware, the peace that is present prior to and independent of the narrative of limitation is naturally revealed. With that peace comes a clarity of mind. With that clarity of mind comes insight, and with that insight comes action that expresses truth and understanding. What more can we ask for as we navigate life's challenges? In this way, burnout becomes less about depletion and stress and more about the occasional friction that simply guides us back to alignment. Number four, the final and probably most important point. While these considerations may be helpful, they are not practices. Ultimately, the effortless relaxation that marks the resolution of burnout isn't something you achieve or acquire through practice. It's something that develops naturally as the truth of your own nature is recognized. Just as no practice is required for you to be yourself, no practice is required for you to know yourself. If you're ready to dive deeper and explore how to apply these principles directly in your own unique challenges, I invite you to follow the link in the description to schedule time to connect with me directly. Don't forget to subscribe, it helps the channel to grow. Thank you for joining in this series, and I hope it was helpful.